Hey guys, and welcome back to XO Medical Spa. Today I want to break it down to the basics again. For me, I've learned over time, I have to change the way I do my practice because although my front desk, my media team, myself, and other providers may know the medical jargon, may know what Botox is, may know what filler is, but you as a client may not fully understand what's going on. I can try to explain it the best I can, but in the end, I went to school for this and I have a better understanding of it. So how do I relate this to you and make this understandable where it's fun, it's easy, and it makes sense where you're not just getting Botox, you're not just getting fillers, but why am I doing these things to give you wrinkle reduction, give you a nice little glow, give you an uplift? So let's talk about that today. Now, why did I change my practice like this? Why did I move away from just speaking medical jargon because I wanted you to be fully in the know? In my head, if I spoke clearly, honestly, and concisely about the procedures, then I'm being honest with you. But that was from my perspective. From a patient perspective, no matter what lingo I use, if I don't understand what Botox does, if I don't understand what fillers does, it doesn't matter how well my provider explains it to me. And this kind of came clear to me when I took my car to the mechanic. I'll take my car to the shop and they'll say, hey, this is wrong with your brakes, this is wrong with your oil line, this is why your check engine light, and all I'm doing is nodding my head. I may ask a couple questions, but in the end, I'm trusting that they know what they're doing because a car is a safety feature and I want to make sure I'm safe in my car. So it clicked in my head. I said, you know what? They're trying to be honest with me. They're speaking all this jargon. They're still talking about pipes, hoses, oils, and gasoline. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just putting my full trust in them. So this is why we invented and created the XO Dynamic Lift System, where we break it down for you into easy steps for you to understand. We take away the medical jargon away from it, and then we're just catering to how you want ultimately your body and face to look. So let's talk about what is the XO Dynamic Lift System. We break it down into 3 easy steps. What does Botox do? What does filler do? What does PDO threads do? However, I take away the concept of Botox. I take away the concept of filler, and I take away the concept of PDO threads because I know what it does. I could try to explain to you what it does, and we have a general understanding of what Botox does. It gets rid of wrinkles, but if I'm talking about muscle reduction, I'm talking about atrophy, I'm talking about slimming of the face over time, you're like, I have no idea what's going on. I just know, give me Botox for wrinkles. But if I tell you Botox to slim your lower face, you're like, what? Or if I talk about fillers replacing volume over time, bone loss, muscle loss, fat loss, I'm talking all this anatomy to you, but in the end, you just want luscious lips. I want to change my dialogue so it makes sense to you. And lastly, PDO threads. Everyone is new to PDO threads. I've been doing it for a long time, and it's taken me almost 4 to 5 years to help explain and bring PDO threads to the masses. But if I explain polydoxinal threads, if I talk about neocollagenesis, you're like, what? I just want to lift my face. Just lift my small lines, get rid of some wrinkles for me. Quit speaking all this medical jargon. So that's why we created the XO Dynamic Lift System to break it all down for you in 3 easy steps. And let's talk about it. We're gonna talk about Botox. I wanna take away all the anatomy. I wanna take away all the concepts of what Botox is. All I'm trying to do is 1, get rid of wrinkles for you. Wrinkles is one of the common signs of aging. When we start wrinkling everywhere, we know we look older. So we're gonna take Botox, and step 1 of the XO Dynamic Lift System is get rid of the wrinkles. The second part of this is, how do I contour your face? By contouring your face, and we're gonna talk about females specifically, I'm gonna create that V shape. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Botox, I'm gonna slim your lower face. I wanna make it smaller. By making your lower face smaller, you create that contour and that V shape. Why do women put on makeup? To create this contour to the cheeks, to have this sleek, contoured lower face. And that's how we do it. We're taking Botox strategically to get rid of wrinkles, first and foremost, and secondarily, we're gonna contour your face. Now males, we're gonna treat this a little bit differently, and we can talk about that in person. And I do a very good job of tailoring my treatments to males versus females. Even in my trainings, We do a lot of different markings on how we treat them differently. But step one, we're gonna take Botox, get rid of all the medical jargon, but just talk about it's gonna get rid of wrinkles for you and contour your face. Step two in the exodynamic lift system is fillers. We're gonna take fillers and we're gonna give you back your cheekbones. Done. We're gonna take fillers, we're gonna give you back your temples. Why? Click on the card in the description because I wanna open up your eyes. We had a long, lengthy discussion about the eyes are the doorways to the soul. So if we are having heavy eyes, it makes us look old, tired, and aged. So we're gonna take filler and strategically lift your eyebrows up. We've give you cheek volume now. We're giving you temple volume. We corrected the upper face. Lastly, we're gonna give you nice, luscious lips because as we age, our lips disappear. As we age, our lips become wrinkly. So we're gonna take fillers and just plump everything up, volumize everything up, and again, through that dynamic lift system, we're gonna lift you up. Aging is down, youth is up. That's number two of the lift system. Number three of the exodynamic lift system is PDO threads. You guys know I do a ton of PDO threads. I train on PDO threads, I use PDO threads, and I'm educated on PDO threads. Let's take away PDO threads again. Take away the medical jargon. What are we using it for? We're gonna use it to lift. That's it. There's not many things that you can do outside of surgery that actually physically lifts skin. PDO threads is one of them. So we take that as part of our dynamic lift system because we've corrected wrinkles, we've contoured and we filled. Now we're gonna lift all this weight up. Just take your hands. We do this all the time in the mirror. We lift different parts of our body. We're like, man, I look so much younger when I do this. I look so much younger when I do this. So why don't we take PDO threads and assist in lifting the skin? And lastly, and probably the most crucial thing I love about PDO threads is giving back that glow. Our skin starts looking dull as we age. All those wrinkles, all those pigment, all that texture just makes us look dull. How do I turn this dull skin into this glassy, glowing skin? And that's where collagen comes from. PDO threads, much like anything else, like I said, not many things outside of surgery lift. Not many things outside the PDO threads gives you that collagen injection and that glow. We're gonna thicken up that skin. We're gonna lift that skin. We're gonna get rid of all that texture and get rid of all those pores as well. Acne scarring, fantastic. I won't go down that line again because we're just gonna focus on those three things. But lastly, PDO threads lifts and ultimately gives you tightness and that glow that we're all looking for. And that's it, guys. Easy, simple. Take away the fear of Botox. Take away the fear of filler. Take away the fear of PDO threads, which is the biggest fear people have right now because it's new. And there's a lot of bad providers. Well, I don't want to say that. There's a lot of bad procedures being done out there. And it gives people this fear factor. People are posting it online and not necessarily knowing what they're doing with it. But that's why we invented this exodynamic lift system. We break it down into its basic, simplistic parts. And that's all we're going to do for you. We're going to get rid of wrinkles. We're going to lift. We're gonna volumize, and we're gonna give you ultimately that glow as the years go by. So why do my procedures last a year and a half to 2 years, or other procedures you read on Google last 6 months? Is because we don't live in a bubble. We're gonna do everything we can. We're gonna use all the tools in the toolbox, and we're gonna break it down and make it simple and understandable for you. In the end, it's all about looking better. In the end, it's all about looking younger. And in the end, it's making you look as good as you feel inside. So that's what we're going to do with exodynamic lift system. So make sure you contact us, talk to Amber, talk to our media team, talk to Cheyenne on Instagram, and ask about the exodynamic lift system. And we'll schedule your Zoom, schedule an in-person consult, and then let's get you on your way to looking more refreshed. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.